Welcome back, YouTube.
Welcome back.
This is cozunon. That's cozunon. That's how I pronounce it.
With Brother Billy.
Brother Billy.
That's me.
The wrestler, not the preacher.
The wrestler.
And today, we're going to be talking about a game that, hands down, on the Xbox 360, I've spent more time playing this game than any other game. And that's Fallout 3.
Awesome.
This game, I spent so much time playing this game. And I beat it I don't know how many times in a row, because when you first play the game, when you first own the game, the expansions hadn't come out yet, so once you beat it, that was it. You couldn't play it again. You couldn't play it any longer.
That's the only problem with this game.
But they fixed that problem.
And they fixed it
With the downloadable contents, the DLC. And so now you can actually beat the game, go back and continue to play it. I wanted to get this game on opening day. Unfortunately, I was unable to. But there was somebody who did get it opening day. And I ended up buying it a couple of days after that. And he came over to my apartment one time and was asking me if I wanted to buy his copy for like 20 bucks.
What the fuck was I thinking? I was out of my mind to want to sell this game.
So, unfortunately, I had just picked it up for $60, and I was like, I just bought it. I asked him why, and he said he didn't like the game.
I didn't like the game. When I first started playing it, I did not like this game. I didn't like the combat style. I had gotten into it, and it was just wasn't what I was expecting. And I came over to my brother's that time. I tried pawning the game off on him. He already had his own. Thank God. He already had his own, and I gotta keep it. I gave it a second chance, and I gave it a third chance, gave it a fourth chance, gave it a fifth chance, and I couldn't put it down. It slowly grew on me until it got to a point where I absolutely loved this game. I just loved it.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. And when he came over and he tried to sell it to me for $20, I'm like, I'll sell it to you for 20 bucks. I'm like, I just picked it up the other day, and he told me he didn't like it, and I looked at him like he was like retarded or something. I'm like,
I was being pretty retarded that day.
What the fuck do you not like about this game? This game has got everything, and it's so huge, it's expansive, and there's plenty to explore, and it's just ridiculously awesome just how much stuff is in this video game. You know, I even started a new game because all the time I always kept Megaton, I always kept it intact because they always give you a house real early in the game. And so I never blew it up. And there's one time I restarted a whole new game just to blow it up, just to see what it would be like. And
I blew it up the first chance I got.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
So, but that's just how awesome this game was. Is I didn't mind starting a whole new game just to see one aspect of it. I can still go back and play this and pick it up anytime. I still wish they made some more content for it that was downloadable. Unfortunately, they don't anymore.
But who needs more when you have this? I mean, you can go back and play it again and just be as entertained as the first time you played this game. You know, this game is just epic. I mean, yeah, you would want to play, new content.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Before he said, why would you want to? Now he's agreeing with me.
Okay, yeah. But, this game has so much content that you can always just go back and just relive your experiences with it.
Speaking of that, why don't you go ahead and tell the people of YouTube some of your experiences with this game.
Some of my experiences with this game. My favorite area in this, it's strange too, because when I first started playing the game and I was just going out and exploring, I liked the brush and the wild. I hated the
town of DC.
The town of DC. I absolutely hated that. And then as I got later and later into the game, I started to really love it. I loved it so much that I actually wished that they had made more of the Fallout map of the
surrounding area.
Yeah, I love the wasteland. I love the destroyed city. I especially loved that super mutant encampment.
Which one?
The huge one. The one in front of the DC Capitol building. Mm-hmm. It was huge.
Oh, okay, I know.
It was that large super mutant encampment, and it was just going through there. The first time you go through there, you know, if you're not careful, you don't get yourself fucked up. If you go through there, and in later stages, when you're more powerful, you just go in there and you just kill some shit. That's all you gotta do. You just go in there and kill shit. That's the best thing about this game.
You feel better now?
Killing shit!
I don't think he feels better. He's still a very angry person.
I'm still a very angry person.
Because they don't make Twilight movies anymore.
Fuck! Another thing I remember with the destroyed capital is there was, outside of the capital, there was this little town, this little city, a little to the north, which was a haven for Deathclaws. And if you're low level, you know, going into that area is suicide. It really is suicide. But if you're high levels and you have a stealth suit and some kick-ass weaponry, I used to just love going in there and just, you know, murdering some fucking Deathclaws. I would just all types of murder them.
All types of murder. I remember the Deathclaws, and I know the city you're talking about. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but it was completely almost enclosed. Like they built up barriers, and it was actually, the story was this: the citizens actually built up barriers to keep everything out. But Deathclaws got in, killed everybody, and that's the town where he's talking about. And I remember I used to play kind of like the hunter role. Is I wasn't even when I wasn't super high powered, I'd always have like a lot of mines on me, and I would just drop one mine, and then just walk in a straight line, straight back, and just drop like 4 or 5 mines. And then I'd take my sniper rifle out and then pop him once in the head. It wouldn't kill him, but he would start rushing after me. And at that point, I'd pull out my AK-47 or my M16, whichever one I was using at the time, and I would just run backwards in a straight line, so he'd follow every single mine, and he would blow himself up.
Nice.
And I would end up, for whatever reason, I acted like my guy was like almost like a real-time hunter. Like I collected everything. Like it was like a really awesome weapon or really awesome armor. I collected it and I put it in the stuff inside your home, inside Megaton. And one of the things I kept was the Deathclaw hands.
Nice.
And there's a couple other things like I would always turn in, like depending if I was trying to be good or evil, I'd have the perk for doing both, so being the bounty hunter and the mercenary or whatever. So you keep the good people's ears and you keep the bad people's fingers.
Oh, I remember that. That was
and
awesome.
then I would keep those inside my place too. So if I wanted to get evil real quick, I would just go grab all the ears and turn them all in. If I was trying to be good real quick, I'd go grab all the fingers and turn them in. And like the bad people is always easy to find, because you know you kill raiders and all those and slave traders all day long. And and talking about slave traders, that's another huge, is that whole slave trading town. Like the first time I played it, Paradise Falls. The first time I played it, I didn't really get to experience all the way through. I knew where it was. Like I did the whole Moonlight Camp thing, and they told me where it was. But by the time I got there, they started shooting at me because I guess my faction with them was really low. So I just went in there and I killed everybody. And then when I played it again, I was actually able to do some of the missions, which was just awesome, where you go and you put like the collars on people, and then they have to go back.
Hell yeah.
Remember Rivet?
Rivet City? Fuck yeah.
Rivet City was this shit.
Rivet City was a fucking shit. It's awesome.
And then it had the little part of the ship that was like kind of broke off, and you had that one guy that was key to the story in there, and you had to go in there swimming through the radiated water, trying to fight off Minarchs, and I hated Minarchs early in the game. They were always around, and whenever there was water, they were always there, and they shoot that shit at you, and it was just not fun. But I still managed to kill them, and eventually it got to a point when they just were not hard anymore, and they can come at me, but I'm still going to kill them. And then there was like the Minarch Kings or whatever they were called, like the leader ones without the whole crab shell thing. And then I hated them, but now then they got to a point when they were easy. But this game was just so phenomenal, so classic.
Fun as hell.
Really, really fun. And they actually have I remember like going through, just finding like buildings, standing up in the middle of nowhere, and just like going through there and just finding random shit. I love that part of the game. And they have like the Epsiode building in there. That was just so awesome. I loved how they just threw that in there.
That was awesome.
Another thing, like we were talking about, like the only disadvantage at first with Fallout 3 is once you beat the game, it was done, and it didn't matter if you did the sacrifice. It made sense. If you did the sacrifice and you killed yourself at the end of the game. I hope I didn't blow it for you. But you should fucking play the game anyway. But if you did sacrifice yourself,
play the game.
It makes sense because, you know, obviously you're dead. But I remember when I first went through it, I was trying to be a good guy. But then at the very end, I'm like, fuck this. I still want to play this game. I'm not going to kill myself. You get the fuck in there, bitch. You're paid to do this job. You guys ran me through the fucking ringer. You made me do all your fucking dirty work. Now you want me to die for you? Fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck in there.
Die, bitch.
I love that fake laugh. Anyway, just there was like there was 5 expansions.
It was a sinister laugh.
Sinister laugh. No, it was fake. You're not evil enough to be sinister.
Oh, shut up.
No matter how long you grow your beard. But there was 5 downloadable contents, whatever. There was the point steel or a broken steel point lookout, the pit Operation Anchorage, which a lot of people hated on. I thought it was all right. I didn't really mind it too much. And there was the Mothership Zeta, which I actually, at the time, I didn't really have the internet, so I had to buy the actual discs. And I don't mind. I really wanted to play more of it, so I went out and I bought them. And I ended up going out way later, years, like about a year and a half, maybe a couple years later. And I actually bought the Game of the Year edition just so I can get the Mothership Zeta, just so I can get all the achievements, just so I can complete this game 100%. And
this game deserves to be bought as many times as it possibly can. Bethesda deserves your hard-earned money.
But they really outdid themselves with this one, and I just really hope that, you know, with the next Fallout game, that it really goes back to them.
Fuck yeah, this game was awesome.
Anyway, that's going to be all the that's all the time we have today, YouTube.
Thanks, YouTube.
So go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, like the video. If you want us to make a video of something, you know, maybe not even like a memories video, maybe just a review or something, you know, I definitely want to start doing that too. You know, hit me up, send a personal message, make a comment. I read all the comments right now. When I don't think we have very many, so it's not impossible yet. But yeah, definitely hit us up. Let us know what you think. Anyway, till next time, YouTube.
Till next time. See ya.
Stay up and game on.